Hey, welcome to today's video. I'm Rick Chapo with DMCAagentservice.com, and today we're tackling another DMCA topic because I know you're just dying, yes, dying to learn more about the DMCA. But this one's important, very important, so please pay attention. Today we're talking about the DMCA agent registration renewal. Okay, this is a fairly new development in the DMCA arena, so it's important that you understand what's required and don't blow it because there are serious ramifications if you do. So to understand it, we need to first kind of fly back to 1998. Let's do some time traveling, enter your favorite special effects noise, and pretend we're in 1998. The DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, is introduced as legislation. It is passed and signed into law by President Clinton in October. Now, part of the law requires internet service providers, i.e. website and app owners, to register an agent with the Copyright Office. And that's all it really says. So the Copyright Office is charged with issuing rules and regulations that will explain exactly what they're looking for in that regard. And the Copyright Office, being the Copyright Office, they blow it. So they issue rules that say essentially that it's a one-time registration, and you need to basically print a form off the web, fill it out, and send it in by snail mail with a fee of usually about $140. And you send it in. It takes about 30 days for the whole thing to be processed and uploaded to an online database. It is about as inefficient and old school as could be possible. But we're talking about the Copyright Office, so no surprise there. Now, as you might imagine, there's a problem with the one-time filing, and that is that life is not static. Businesses go out of, business. Businesses move. Companies may change their agent. Their agent information may change. There's a lot of information that is in that registration packet that can change. And under the old rules and regulations, companies were supposed to send in an amendment form to update their information whenever that occurred, along with a new check, of course. And quite frankly, it never really happened. And this isn't that hard to understand. I mean, think about it. Do you ever wake up in the morning thinking about, I wonder if my DMCA agent information is accurate? Of course not. So the vast majority of companies didn't do this. And so what happens is we end up in 2015 or so with a online database of DMCA agents that is staggeringly large. Godzilla thinks it's big, and probably 80% of it is either inaccurate or just completely wrong. So we have companies listed that have been out of business for a decade. We have other businesses listed with addresses that haven't been accurate for 15 years. In one case, we were asked to look at a listing that had a gentleman listed as the agent who we knew had died 3 years before. It was a mess. And to the Copyright Office's credit, and full disclosure, I rarely give them credit because they don't deserve it. They went ahead and decided, hey, we need to fix all of this. They launched a new online system in December of 2016. And they said to all the companies that were listed in the old database, we're not going to carry you over to the new system. You don't get any credit or anything. You have to register again for the new system. And this made sense because basically it cleared up all the clutter that was in the old system. If a company had gone out of business, obviously it wasn't going to register in the new system, so it disappeared. And companies that did carry over and register in the new system, well, obviously they were going to list their updated information. So it made sense. And so we had a pretty clean database. And then the question was, okay, well, going forward, how do we keep it clean? And so the answer was the Copyright Office indicated that it's going to require companies to renew their DMCA agent registration every 3 years. Pretty simple rule. And the idea here, again, is accuracy. So if a company goes bankrupt or goes out of business, well, obviously they're not going to renew and they're going to disappear from the system. If a company changes any of its information or the information for the agent, well, at that 3-year period, they'll update their information. And so the database will be more accurate than it was before. All in all, makes sense. I don't really see any problem with it. For some reason, some people are just outraged by this, and I have no idea why. Now, admittedly, most people seem to have a need to be outraged about something these days, but this is definitely an odd one to get all flustered about. Now you might be thinking, well, fees. Is this the government getting us on fees? Not really. So with the old system, once you went through the checklist of things that you had to look at to figure the fee, the usual fee was $140. That was what the filing fee typically was. With the new system, $6. When you register for the first time, it's $6. That's it, $6. I mean, seriously, when was the last time you saw a price drop like that? It's amazing. $6. It's cheap. What about the renewal? Is that where they get you? No, $6. Basically anything to do with the system, any changes you make, whatever, $6. That's it. $6. That's it. So if you look at the first 3-year period, you have your initial filing fee, $6. You have your renewal fee at the end of the first 3-year period, $6. We're talking $12. $12 versus $140. I have a public education, so my math skills aren't that great, but I'm thinking that's not a bad deal. And you might be thinking, yeah, but you have to renew every 3 years. The fees are going to pile up. Not really. I mean, you'd have to be like 100 before you got to the total $140 I was charged with the old system. Come on. These fees are not something to be aggravated by. So I really wouldn't worry about it too much. So how is this all going to actually work? I mean, physically, what's going to happen? Well, when you first registered your agent, you had to open an account with the Copyright Office, and you listed an email address there. That email address is very important because that's where they're going to send the renewal notice. So if you listed an email address that you use every day and you're getting messages on, you're in good shape. That message will come, you will see it, you'll click the link, it will take you to your account, you will log in, and you'll probably go through a 2 or 3 page process where you verify your information is accurate or make any changes, and then pay your $6 fee. That's it. You're done for the 3 years. Congratulations. If you went out because you're paranoid or whatever, and you opened a cheapy Gmail account or Yahoo account or whatever for the sole purpose of registering with the Copyright Office, you probably got a problem. And the reason being is you're probably not watching that account. And so when the renewal email comes in, you're not going to see it. And that's bad, because if you do not renew, your listing with the Copyright Office is going to be invalidated. It's going to be terminated. You will disappear. And then if you subsequently are sued and you try to claim the DMCA protection, you're going to be shut down. And we actually have case law on this. If you go to our page here on YouTube, our main page, just click our DMCA agent service name below. You click the playlist link on that page, and you will see a playlist for DMCA cases. And we have a video there about a Hollywood a case involving websites that were allowing their users to upload images of celebrities. And there were actually 3 defendants in the case, 3 companies. 2 of the companies did not register a DMCA agent. And the judge invalidated their DMCA safe harbor claims. Basically ruled those were not valid defenses because they did not register their agent. So you want to make sure your agent is listed. This is very important. And I realize it's not the most sexy subject, but it's very, very important. So if you listed a cheesy email address, you might want to go back and change it. And yes, you're going to have to pay $6. Consider it a cheap lesson. Now, this is all how we think it's going to work and how we've been told it's going to work. But remember, the system was launched in December of 2016, and I'm recording this in February of 2019. So 3 years hasn't passed yet. So we haven't actually seen any of the renewal notices come out. And the Copyright Office being what it is, there may be some bizarre twist, but generally this is the understanding of how the process is going to happen. With our service, things are a little bit different. If you're one of our clients or looking for third-party service, we're DMCAagentservice.com. We actually have a master account with the Copyright Office. So if you're one of our clients, you don't go open an account with the Copyright Office. It's all done under our account. And the reason for that is we want control of our information. But the Copyright Office should send renewal notices actually to us. And we will then go ahead and make sure the renewal process is in order, all your information is accurate, and we pay the fees. We pay the renewal fees as part of our overall fee, which are $70 a year. So, frankly, I think we deserve a statue, but that's just me. In fact, we actually like the renewal concept so much that the Copyright Office did. It pains me to say that, but we think it's such a good idea that we actually now follow it with our clients every year. So we're an annual service. So you pay $70 and we're your agent for a year. 30 days from the end of that year, we will actually send you an email saying, hey, your annual period here is about to expire. Would you like to renew for another year or not? And if you say yes, we say, great, pay our fee, you pay the fee. And then we take the information that we have on file for you at the Copyright Office, and we send you an email, say, hey, here's the information we have on file. Is all this still accurate, or are there any changes needed? And then you can tell us, yes, it's accurate. No, it's not. These changes are needed. So then we make the changes, and we'll even pay the fee for that. We don't care. We just want your information to be accurate so that it minimizes the chances of you having problems if you get sued. And that's basically the game that's being played there. So, regardless of whether you're your own agent, you use an attorney, you use us, you use some other service, whatever, just understand that there is a 3-year renewal period. It's every 3 years after you register, every subsequent 3 years, and make sure you stay on top of that and you get your renewal taken care of. Because if you do not, and you disappear from the copyright office database, bad news. You lose all the DMCA protection. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving us a thumbs up. If you did not, I feel shame. And if you're interested in DMCA or copyright topics, consider subscribing to our channel because every video is bigger and better than the last one. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a good day.